We'll pay, and we're in. Okay, no rush at all. What do we got? We have Hexproof and Haste. This is quite the bomb. 7, 8, 9. If you can get to 10, then it can be a 10/10 creature. That's pretty insane. I'm pretty sure that's going to be our pick. Ruin Crab, not at this time. This is okay in a synergistic deck. Nehri's Binding is absolutely solid. I think we have to take the Cragplate Baloth. And maybe we can get into a kicker situation, but this doesn't even need to be kicked to be a great threat. This is fine also. Subtle Strike also fine. Baloth for sure. We could go for a green and white landfall situation. That might be interesting. So I thought this was strong to begin with. Limited resources has come down on this a little bit, so something to consider. If we go with landfall possibilities, then this is not bad. Card draw is always fine. This is fine. I don't know if I want to grab one of these right now. Hello, old sick back. You really like the Ruin Crab? Okay. Well, first of all, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. Second of all, tell me about the Ruin Crab. I feel like it's really kind of pointless unless you are really pretty sure that you're in a rogue deck or a milling deck, and obviously there's a lot of overlap between the two. I'll be honest. Cards that I'm liking better are the Kazul Fury. Either one of these two green cards to follow up with the Baloth. And hello, Misaki. So what do you think? Do you agree with Ruin Crab as a second pick? And if so, where could that lead us? Right, because blue and green is typically a kicked kind of a deck. Anyway, it's good to see you again, old Sitback. Okay, I'm not following what you're saying. Again, my choices would be the Canyon Jerboa or one of the two green cards, possibly the Kazul's Fury. Fisher Wizard? No, I don't think so. Okay, I'll consider the Ruin Crab, but you have to convince me. A landfall white. I was talking about your first. Oh. All right. So I think in the absence of anything else, I would probably opt for the Jerboa. I feel like it has a good upside, and one of these as the other possibility. So Visionary, landfall white this pack. That was kind of what I was thinking before, and green and white can definitely give us some good landfall synergies. Let's try it. And there's another kicked card. Reclaim the Wastes helps us with our landfall, but Nehri's Binding is very strong. I'm liking Nehri's Binding. Let me see what else we've got there. This is another one of those MDFCs. This can help with party considerations. The Celebrant is absolutely fine. Obviously good in a White's Cleric deck, but it's fine on its own as well. I feel like the binding is what we want. Yep. Okay, so in green, this is obviously a good landfall thing, so I'm liking that. What else have we got? Not enough to pull me into blue. Nor this one for black. These are fine for later consideration. This is a good landfall card as well, but I feel like this is only good if you have at least 2 or 3 in the deck, because if you don't see it early, it's usually not real impressive. I'm kind of liking the Stomper, and that will also make any future double-sided cards better. Kind of liking that. If there are no thoughts, then that's going to be our pick. Okay. Some good white card. Well, some white cards at least. The Shelter is good. This is interesting. I really like this guy. It's minimally a 2/2 flying vigilance, which is not a terrible failsafe, or not a terrible fail condition. And there's a good chance you can make it a 3/3 flying vigilance, which is very strong. The alternative is the Shelter, which can blank a removal spell or make a good attack possible. And the Bailoff can help us to get this back. Nothing here that grabs me. What do we like better, the Shelter or the Captain? I think I like the Captain a little bit better. If there are no thoughts, I'm going to grab the Captain. This is fine. Gives us a +1/+. Okay, so we seem to be settling to green and white pretty well. This is fine if we want to try to switch over to black life gain, but we haven't really made that a possibility just yet. Flying is okay. I do like this actually. I'm going to go ahead with the Survivor. Whenever I gain life for the first time, okay, we're not really heading in that direction. This guy is not terrible. We might be able to get a counter on him from the Survivor. I did note that. Well, we could always switch into white and something else. So for here, I'm actually kind of liking the Sentinel. The alternative is to maybe pivot over to look for a kicked deck in blue and green. Because this has definite upside. And we have no kicked spells as of yet. So my gut is telling me either the Riptide or the Sentinel. I feel like the Sentinel can go in any deck, and this is more speculative. But it does have a very high upside. Sure, let's go for the Sentinel. Broken Wings, no help there. What kind of party? So I have a warrior. Another warrior. So I have... This is a really tricky card because, although it is a kicked card... again, we're not really heading towards a kicked deck. Possibly the Colossus, I guess. But we have a lot of high casting costs. I'm thinking the Solidarity. I'm going to try it. At this point, I really do feel like I'm forcing green and white. If that's so, what would you recommend? And pack 2 might do some good stuff for it. And remember, these are bots; these are not people. So I don't know if that those kinds of signals really hold true as they would under normal situations. Anything here that would make us want to pivot over into white and something else. White and red, maybe. I'm going to stick with green for now. Let's see what happens. Pressure Point and Ox. Anything here of note? Not really. Let's try the Ox. It's not a good card, though. I think we can all agree on that. Sure, why not? Wow, lots of white. So this is fine. This actually served me fine in one of my first forays into this format. I think I like it. If it weren't here, I would definitely go for the Cleric. Yeah, I think the Apparition is what we want. I could speculate into black with this, but of the removal spells, it's among the worst. And the Apparition is removal of a sort. This is green and red. Cool. Yeah. Not a lot in the way of counters, I don't think, in white. Is that true? Maybe the Gnarled Colony. It's a 2/2 or a 4/4. I feel like there's a lot of lag because I've been into the pack past the Apparition for a good minute or so, or at least it feels like that. So for this pack, I think the Gnarled Colony is what I'm considering. The Horn Beetle. maybe the Horn Beetle if we can get some additional counter themes going. Think the Horn Beetle is worth a shot? Because things like this are fairly replaceable. Now we could speculate on the Horn Beetle and try to really make more. As long as you're still with us, that's all I care about. So Horn Beetle is where I've landed on this pack. I'm willing to wait. Don't want to wait too long, of course, but all right. Let's proceed with that. Here's another one. Hello, D.E. Shapiro. Great to see you as always. So here's another counter enabler. So I'm kind of liking that. The Magmatic Channeler. It becomes a 4/4. Excellent for the spells deck. I don't feel like we want to start speculating into red and blue spells at this point. Resolute Strike is... I've seen worse battle tricks. I think the Survivor is going to be fine for us. The Celebrant, fine with that. Scale the Heights could be worse. Are we really going to end up with no double face cards? That's a shame. Reclaim the Wastes is okay. The Zendikon I'm not too keen on. Oh. No, let's go for the recovery. Definitely. Broken Wings, no help. Might of Marasa. There's another kicked spell. 2/2 Vigilance, I think. The alternative is... Let me see what we have in the way of party members so far. We have a couple of clerics and a few warriors. Let's add another cleric to the mix. Landfall is fine. So I like the Felidar fine for that kind of a situation. We already have one of these stompers and don't want too many. Yeah, I think the Felidar will serve us fine. Let's go with him. Ooh, Raptor. That's nice. Definitely like him. We already have one cleric. Do we want a second? Where do we stand on the cleric? The alternative is the pressure point, which is pretty unexciting. And this kind of does the same thing that this does, really. Sure, we'll take another cleric. Why not? Adventure waits versus a reach creature. And he's a rogue, so that's fine. Let's take him. Here's our Resolute Strike. Okay, as I say, I've seen worse battle tricks, and there's nothing here for us at all. Or here. Let's take this for our collection. And Broken Wings, sure. Pretty sure not going to be main decking him. This is actually fine for our deck. But this is... Wow. Interesting picks here. This would have been fantastic if we had really gone for the kicked deck, but obviously that's not happening now. I think the fortifications is what we're going to take here. Yeah, there's some good cards though, for sure. That one's nice. We may go for him. That would have been good. Okay, what may have been, right? No, I think the cleric is fine. Another one of these guys, maybe. Oh, the Scythe Cat. Yes, landfall possibilities. Let's pick him up. I think we already have one of the Felidars. How are we looking in our curve? Yeah, I think we're fine with the Scythe Cat. Another raptor, that would be okay. Yeah, I don't mind the other raptor. We already have one Balagid recovery. A second one is not terrible. Kind of like that, actually. The alternative is another Celebrant, which is fun. Okay, suggestions. Do we like another recovery? A Protector, which is fine. And the Celebrant, also fine. And they all go into the 3-drop slot. Any suggestions there? How many of these do we have so far? I have 1. Yeah, as you can see, that is where I am leaning. All right, let's do it. We already have 1 Lynx. Having 2 would just be too embarrassing. So let's go with a height. The +1/+1 counter can help us. Additional lands might help us. Another raptor, really. Where are all the canopy Baloths? Three raptors? I think I'm okay with that. The alternative is one of these. I like the raptor. Let's see what happens. Spare supplies, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. Nothing here that really grabs me. Well, the only things that we could even play would be the links or the supplies. I'm going to take something that I think we're short of in our collection. So that would be this guy, I guess. Smite the Monstrous. We already got one, didn't we? Yeah, not going to play 2 of them. Another Sentinel? Let's take another Sentinel. Scale the height, already have one, so sure, let's take another creature. I already have 2 clerics. Sure, utility knife. Why not? Cinderclasm. Didn't I already put one in my sideboard? Yeah. We have 1 Resolute Strike. Let's add this to our sideboard. Another Celebrant? Sure, why not? No links. Alright. Unusual deck, I think, maybe, but let's see what we can do with it. We have 54 cards. Let's drop a bunch. Okay, so utility knife can probably let's drop all of the things that are clearly dross. We have 2 of these celebrants. That's funny. Binding is good. He's good. Broken Wings we don't want. Scale the Heights, don't know yet. The Captain we like. Ox I don't think is good enough to keep. Do we have enough +1/+1 counter synergies to make this worthwhile? I feel like we would need at least like 5 of these, or 5 enablers to make this happen. Do we have that? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could get maybe 1 or 2 out of this. I feel like we need to get at least 2 out of it in order for it to be worthwhile. I don't think so. I don't mind having this because creatures do get bigger in the format. So I feel like there's likely to be a target for these. 8. Sorry, what is 8 what? Not sure what you're saying to me. Let's see how many party members we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. Yeah, I'm sorry, Misaki. I'm not sure what what numbers you're trying to tell me about. Stuff with counters. Enters the battlefield. I don't know that this will... Okay. I thought that's what you might be saying, but that didn't make sense to me, right? If you look at this guy... wrong one. Here it is. For each... Yeah, I think there is a big delay. My best recommendation on that is to refresh your browser and hope for the best. So really, the reason I was going through all those is really just to see if this iridescent horn beetle is worth keeping in the deck or not. I'll be honest, I'm not convinced that it is. One vast wood, 2 dauntless, 1, 2, 3. But the scythe cat does not. Oh yes, of course you're right, and the Veldar. Okay, you were right. I was overlooking some cards. My bad. Thank you for keeping me straight. All right, let's put him back. Let's see what else we can drop. The Kite Scale Cleric, I don't think is going to do a lot of good work for us. The Snarecaster does grab... We like him. Maybe 2 of those. You're right. You're right. What can I say? When you're right, you're right. Now we can drop some of our lands because we have these double things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can drop at least a couple of these. So 15 and 4 is 9. Maybe even one more. Let me see what our color needs are. We need more white than green. So we have, well, let me drop one more. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 mana sources, unless I miscounted. Let's make sure I counted correctly. 14 of these, 15, 16. 17, 18, yeah. And how many creatures have we got? 21. Let's drop 1 or 2 creatures that we don't think we need. Definitely like those 2. Maybe 1 sentinel we can drop. Maybe the protector. All right, so here's what I have as a possible starting deck. Any thoughts before we make changes or give it a try? I like the solidarity for what it does. I will say though that it has a terrible floor. If you draw this to an empty board, then it's really just nothing. If we drop that, we could add back one of these creatures, like the Protector or the other Sentinel. So do we like the Protector better than the Solidarity? Let's take a look at what did I want to look at? I don't even remember anymore. Actually, I could take out the links and put in the Solidarity. What do you think? Strength of Solidarity versus the Mesa links? And I think that'll be our last decision, and then we'll give it a try. Any thoughts from any of you? It is weak to flyers. Well, not necessarily, because we have a Sentinel, we have 3 of these Raptors. And we are low on removal. I will say that we have the one binding and the 1 smite. Okay. Let's give it a try and see how we do. Interesting. I need 1 land. I'm tempted to keep this because we do have 16 more lands that we can draw into. I'm tempted to keep this. Because any land will get us started. We have to wait for my opponent to decide what they're doing first anyway. All right, no thoughts. We're keeping. Now we have 2 drop, if nothing else. So this game, right now, this will gain us life and give us a counter. But of course, we have to draw a green mana source. I would very much like the next card to be a land. Green and white. What has he got here? All right. I think maybe the Celebrant? And we pass the turn. So really, this is mostly a 2/3 flyer. The rest of it, certainly the last part of text, is probably pointless. What was that you were saying about weak to flyers? Not crazy about it, but that's what we're gonna do. And sure, let's attack with him. Very much would like a green mana source. If I can get another land to come into play untapped, I think the Veladar will come out next. Interesting, he's got something up his sleeve. What's my opponent's name? Diego Wolf. Rats. Alright, sure, we'll play a blocker. I am willing to trade these 2 off. I really am. Okay, and we're going to keep our lands in play because we need more. All right. That's funny. Why did I do that? That was silly. Ugh, I was thinking of something else. That's what happened. Let's play another Raptor. And he's got his own Felidar. Alright, so we can only play one spell. I think we want to play... Actually, should have played him first. But I'm fine to playing him. Yep. So if I can leave both of these unmolested for 2 turns, then that's the game. Ooh. I feel like his deck and my deck are pretty similar. And here's hoping for no tricks. Too bad. Yeah, this guy is doing fine work. He's gained us 1, 2, 3, or 4 life, so that's fine. Scale the Heights might be our next one. I need 7 in order to play him kicked. Ooh. Yeah, that's a problem. I could double block. No, I couldn't. Let's just take 4. Gains indestructible. That doesn't help me. So let's gain some life and draw a card. Okay, make him a little bit beefier. And if I can keep at least him in play, that will be game. Ooh, all right. The Dauntless Survivor will should be able to do it for us, though. Why is he not attacking? Yeah. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to 8. Does he have a block? Does he have a flying creature that he's going to put out? What's he got here? Ooh, really? You're main decking that? Really? I hate when that happens. Alright, yeah, no good attacks here. Okay, that may have been game for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I can join another land, I can get a big... Or I can get him going. But first we have to get to our next turn. Yep. So let's... He doesn't have trample. That would be... He does have trample. Oh, for crying out loud. Nah. I can't believe I lost to Broken Wings. How sad is that? No, that's not what I wanted. So he's got one. And I can only play one spell, even as he can only play one spell. 4, 5, 6, not enough for him. I think that's game. I could gain a life. I'm going to move on to the next game. I have no outs. Ah, well. So, do we want to tweak our decks? If there's anybody out there who wants to look at our deck and make suggestions, say so now. I'm going to give you 10 or so seconds. Failing that, we will plunge ahead. No, we're not going to resign just yet. Okay, let's try it. Broken Wings. That really stung. It stung a lot. This is a better hand than what we started with. I think I have to start with the recovery. I mean, we're certainly keeping this. Really? What kind of a victory is that? I mean, a victory is a victory. I'm happy to take a victory. Okay, 1 and 1 due to just a gift. Very strange. All right, Mr. Stenhammer. What do we got? Oh, wow. This is... Bird. I'm going to mulligan. Yeah, this is definitely better. I'm going to, with regret, put back the Baloth. too bad. So what do we start with? Do we start with the fortification? No, let's start with this and see what we draw next. I think him and... Alright, so... Nope. We're gonna keep this going. And... yeah, I think this is fine. Although I could have played that guy and brought him back with that. Menace. Could hold off on... Really? That's strange. Or another creature. Okay, lots of good choices here. We could... We're gonna play this guy. We might be able to bring him back with the rat. Oh no, but yeah. We can't double spell no matter what. Oh yes, we can. We're going to double spell. Now, do I want to attack or do I want to... One, two, three, four. So right now he would win the race. So let's hold back. Okay, so much for that. We need this beetle. Sure, let's take a land back. We can always just replay it. 5, 6. Yeah. And we're gonna hold back because he's got these stupid menace creatures. Death touch, I don't care about that. Alright, he's getting rid of my flyer. Or he's doing something else. That death touch guy is going to be a problem. But I am going to attack and hope that I can start to hold off these other guys. Interesting. Yeah, we can double spell, and we're going to. Let's attack first. Should have done this first. Okay, let's play the Scythe Cat. Let's play the Survivor. We're going to use him to block him, so let's make one of our flyers bigger. Okay, this game is going a little bit better so far, but we have a ways to go. And that's one way to Good Lord, stop it. Alright, he's got a 3/3 Death Touch. And we're going to take 3. And here's hoping he has no tricks. I'm sure he does. Or not. Nice. So we could trade. Definitely going to attack with those two. Let's leave the Scythe Cat back so he can get bigger. Yeah. All right, let's put some real pressure on him. Double block. Yeah, sure. Not sure that's how I would have done it, but okay. All right, nice. I would say that game went just fine. Did we make it out of bronze? Isn't that nice? All right, so what are we 2-1? The first game was an unhappy game. Second game was very strange. Third game went just fine. Okay, and our opponent for this game is Furtive Pagany. Okay, why the heck not? This is fine. A little bit slow. I think I will start with the Survivor, just to make a 2-2. Seems a little bit of a waste, though. No. Don't know if we're going to draw any more lands, so I think we need to do this. And if need be, if we draw a couple more lands, we can get it back with the Raptor. Kite Sail. Now he has a flying Death Touch. Sure. Felidar comes out next. Green-white versus green-white. Into... Alright, so these two can trade. I'm okay with that. Let's do this first. We're going to pass the turn. If he attacks with this guy, then I'll trade with the Survivor. Although he may equip this instead. I have both of my removal spells in my hand. How about that? Okay, that's a good one to use it on. Okay, so let's play this. Let's smite the monsters now. And let's attack with our Vigilance guy. Really? Alright. Well, I can get it back. Really? Sure, let's play this. Let's take a land back. And he can still tap my guys. No. Let's get our sovereign back. Our sovereign. Felidar sovereign. I wish. And alright, I need to... Alright, this may be coming out in the near future. Him and a land for sure. And then we can make him a 4/6 right off the bat. And this guy's going to keep pecking me to death. Interesting. The flyer? Yeah, I think so. Because I'm going to have to get rid of him in the near future. I have no good attacks. Ugh. Alright, so I have to do my Nahiri's Binding on this guy, which is... Ugh. That's game, I think. He has a full party, really? He has a warrior, a cleric, a wizard, and a rogue. Wow. This is not an activated ability. This is a... It's not even triggered, it's a passive ability. And they're all indestructible. And you can have it. Wow. 2 and 2. Can we get to 3 wins? I don't know. Any newcomers out there who would like to look at our deck and possibly make suggestions for tweaking? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let's hear what you have in mind. Okay. Let's see if we can keep this going a little bit longer. This is fine. 2 drop, 3 drop, sure. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Alright, well. Got a follow-up? Apparently not. Sure, let's attack. See what he does. I think the Celebrant is what we want. That's it. It's your turn, guy. Not sure that was a good use of that. I don't know. Depends on what he follows it up with. What's he been putting into my graveyard? Scale the heights? Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. Is that a rogue? It is a cleric. What was that? Another raptor. He's got 4 cards in there so far. Okay, so I will be able to play minimally 1 card, or you know what I mean. So Raptor can block his guy. If we draw a land, we can do him and him. That would be cool. All right. Has he got a subtle strike or whatever it is? Really? Oops. Or are you trying to mess with me? I'm not sure. Well, let's see what he does next. Ugh. Well, that's fine because... And I can always just sack this guy, which is fine with me. Not sure what you really hoped to gain with that. I guess not a lot. Alright, we're up to 3-2. Not too terrible. And let's see what we can do. Fitful Pixel. Those are the worst kinds of pixels. Ah. I have to mulligan. 1 land would do it for me. Oh, sure. Oh no, that's fine. I have all the lands I need. So we're gonna keep. Maybe Smite actually. 1, 2. We have 4 lands. I need 2 more to be able to play the Stomper. Oh boy. Okay, Smite. If I draw land, that would be very sweet because I'd rather... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and if we need to, we'll play the cleric next and the recovery. Ah. Really? Really? Wow. Good for you, my strange friend. Wow. Have to play it because I need lands to be able to play these guys. Wow. That's fine. Cleric and warrior, so sure. Let's see if he has a counter spell. I guess not. Oh, that's fine. Alright, so let's send him in. Does he have Into the Royal? Guess not. And there's his removal spell. Need more lands. Too bad. Okay, that's a little bit better. Sure, let's attack with him. If he triple blocks, then I can clear his board. In the absence of any tricks of any kind. Could have attacked with... Oh, no, I couldn't. He just blocks with his Sentinel, and that's that. Which one is that? Destroy target creature. Ooh. He has no other black mana sources in sight just yet. Interesting. Okay. He's gonna make this guy bigger so he can start to attack. I can appreciate that. We're gonna just take one land back. Let's take one land back. What have I gotten here? The Captain and the Horned Beetle. Slows him down, of course, but I feel like I have the initiative and I want to I want to keep the pressure up if I can, and this guy was certainly good at doing that. That was a really good play on at the beginning, though, when he did both of these to whack my Buj nuances. Jerboa or Cleric? He's a better block. No, he's a better blocker. Got something else? Ooh, alright. What have we gotten here that we can get back that we really... I think the captain. Or the binding. Let's do the binding. And let's play a Lynx. Should we attack? 4, 5, I could clear both of these out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yep. It doesn't really much matter. And he needs something big in order to make this game work for him. That's not going to do it. All right, cool. So this is like a mixture of a landfall deck and a +1/+1 counter deck. Okay, this is the best we've done in a while. I'm very pleased about that. We're going to keep going, see if we can't do even better. So I will say I'm sad that the most recent piece of chat in the chat room and on the chat stream is this relatively depressing remark from one of my VIPs. So I'd love to see something else in there. We're gonna keep this. It's not great. It's not terrible. Oh, nice. Happy to get a 2-drop. Has he got a party deck? It would seem so. Captain next, I think. So I have a warrior, I have a cleric, so he's going to be a 3/3, and I'm good with that. I have no good attacks. Reach. Well, that's annoying. I think I may take that away. Okay. Interesting. I think we're going to swing with this guy. And in case he decides to attack. Ooh, that's a problem. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Go ahead, hit me for 3. That'll make blocking better. Ooh. Ugh. Alright, I need to get my flyers out. I have none of my landfall guys, so let's leave it in place in case we get one of our big creatures. Yeah, he's got his own landfall thing going on here. No. We're gonna block this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna let the 6/5 through. Ooh. I suppose I should have. That's okay. He still has this guy also. Ugh. Alright, I need chump blockers. I could save 10, go to 9. Now let's do this. Oh, he has... yeah, that was stupid. Okay, so some life gain is fine. And I have more blockers. Interesting, I'm getting 0 +1/+1 counter stuff going on here. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna have to block with everybody. Okay, so they all have trample. So 15, this is 20 coming at me. So the trample creatures would be 20. All right, so I need to mitigate the trample by 5. So I don't think it much matters. Oh, and he also... Alright, we have to basically block as much as we possibly can. He has trample. He is... Oh no, they don't have trample. So let's let the trample guy through. Okay, who is trample? He is trample. He is trample. So I need to mitigate the trample guys and then chump the others. So that's 4. 8. Chump him. Chump him. Whatever. Is my math correct? No, it's wrong. All right. That was very close. All right, so we ended up in a better spot than we had, so I'm pleased about that. Last game was very close. I started to panic a little bit. Could I have made better blocks? Probably. Okay, 4 and 3, better than it had been. Let's take what we got and see what there is. We have this guy, Relic Axe, the Roiling Vortex. Not terribly exciting. Okay. If there's anybody out there, let me know so that either if we're going to stop, we can raid somebody, or we could play 1 or 2 constructed games of either Brawl or Best of 1 Standard, or you could help me put together a sideboard for one of my standard decks. So in the absence of any of those, we will simply end the stream. So if there's anybody out there, let's hear from you. And I am not hearing from anybody. So I think that will be it. Anybody who's still out there, thank you so much for joining us. I believe starting next week, maybe the weekend afterwards, we will be shifting probably to Saturday night rather than Friday afternoon. As always, stay abreast of my Discord where all such announcements will be appearing. So that's all I've got. And I say thanks again for joining me. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.